What's up everyone, it's Ryder, or Ryder24. We're back to the normal format, and I'm back with the 9th video in my EWOW video diary series. This video will go over my thoughts and feelings throughout the 9th round of EWOW, so if you don't know what EWOW is, then either watch the first video of the series, or EWOW 08 to get caught up. But anyways, let's get right into it. The prompt for this round was, the Animal Kingdom had a contest to decide on a 13th animal for the Chinese Zodiac. Which animal won the competition to enter, and how? Out of the 1,322 remaining contestants, 1,095 responded to the prompt, making for a turnout rate of about 82.8%. The top 55 contestants gain a life, which was extra important in this episode, since it's the last episode in which contestants who prize will gain lives, as the life decay mechanic goes into effect starting in EWOW 10. Contestants who place 56 to 558 stay where they are, and 559th and below lose a life. I had quite a few ideas for this prompt, and I would say this was the most in-depth brainstorming session I've had in a while. Some of the initial ideas that came to my head involved the raining cats and dogs metaphor, a joke about America being represented by an eagle, enforcing tariffs on China, represented by a panda, in order to ruin the panda's chances, a reference to the billion lions versus one of every Pokemon meme, and how the panda would benefit from its relative lack of stress and being the national animal of China, giving it a home field advantage. This is where I wanted to make a point on my general thought process when looking at other responses for this prompt. We may have less than 10% of the competition that we started with, but there's still over 1,000 people responding to prompts, so there's inevitably going to be some overlap, especially as it pertains to the choice of animal, which is why I found it weird that people would vote down solely based on the choice of animal. Like, come on, it was inevitable that there was going to be a lot of responses using cow. Wait, only 44? Huh. It's still a significant portion, about 4% of all responses, but I would have expected more since the most obvious one missing. Probably that people knew that and tried to avoid it. Back on topic though, what mattered to me more was what people did with their choice of animal, especially in cases where they chose a more common animal. Moving on though, what was my response? Well, if you saw this probably Splatoon reference and thought it was me, congrats! You're wrong. I did think about it but thought it wouldn't be super original, and the type of reference I was thinking of was made so that you really have to have played the games and know a bit about the lore to get it. I also started thinking about a Sonic reference, many such cases, because, you know, speed's kinda his thing, which led to me coming up with the response, Hedgehog reportedly activates knockoff Super Saiyan during race, supersonic speeds recorded. Supersonic is capitalized like that because, well, I think you get why. The Super Saiyan knockoff joke was thrown in there because I also figured someone else had thought of this for a response, and I was right, so I wanted to put in something that would differentiate myself from those responses. I felt pretty confident in my response, and then I went to vote, and that feeling started to slowly fade away. Yeah, the responses are now getting really good. That being said, I still felt confident enough that I could at least survive this round. So, was my confidence misplaced, or did I live to see EWOW 10? Well, as I watched EWOW 9B, I felt my heart drop when I saw responses that mentioned the contest being a race performed horrendously, only scoring 38.96% on average. Combine that with the fact that 350 out of the 488 one-lifers going in got eliminated in this round, and I was suddenly very nervous. I had honestly gone ready to accept my fate as I went through the leaderboard. With my response, Hedgehog reportedly activates knockoff Super Saiyan during race, supersonic speeds recorded, I placed 404th with a score of 55.72%, a standard deviation of 29.89%, received 34 votes, and beat out 63.16% of all responses, which allowed me to breathe a sigh of relief, as that means I live to submit another round. That being said, I can only sustain my current level of performance for so long before I fall to the increasingly higher response quality, so if I want to stay alive, I'm going to need to find a new level of quality in my responses. On to other news though, Carrie's run in EWOW has been the definition of chaotic, and so Carrie losing a life by forgetting to respond to the prompt seems kinda on brand. Moving on to the AI, we pulled a sort of Thanos snap on the remaining 18 AI, as only 8 of them lived to see EWOW 10. And in better news, all of them are in trouble. These are the AI, right? But yeah, assuming I'm not just dumb and these are the AI, only one AI still has multiple lives, so I think things are looking really good for humanity. With that out of the way, I want to bring attention to 2 important things that my survival in EWOW 9 resulted in. Firstly, I made it to the double digits in episodes, so I think that's something worth celebrating. Adding on to that, with 350 of the remaining 1,322 contestants getting eliminated this round, that leaves only 972 contestants left, meaning I've officially made it into EWOW's top 1,000. Those achievements are nice, but I don't want to stop there. I'm excited to see just how much further I can go on one life, and a dream. Before I go, let's preview the prompt for EWOW 10, which is, you're on trial for a crime. Quick, convince the jury that you're innocent. This prompt sounds pretty difficult, as it leaves a lot of room for contestants to get creative with that premise. It's very broad. It feels like a less restrictive version of EWOW 5's prompt in that sense. Given past history, I would say this doesn't bode super well for me, but I just have to roll with it and hope what I came up with is enough to get me through the next round. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the video diary for EWOW 10.